Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Monday, the KVJ Out of the Show podcast. Yeah, I get it through. Another crazy day. Coronavirus all over the place.
Hopefully not on your face.
All over the place, but not on your face.
What?
What? Yeah.
You ain't gonna die. Don't you cry.
Every day you
Eat a
just...
fry. Sorry. We would have done that for a while.
Yeah,
It's
all right,
cut
go
us
ahead.
off.
No, you gotta
ahead.
stop it.
I'm just clicking around over here.
Yeah. People shouldn't really get mad at us if the content's not good, right?
Yeah, do you get a pass?
Because, I mean, everyone else they're at home. We're still grinding it out. It ain't going to be that good.
Yeah, I wonder what it is going to be like, with work for a lot of people. Are they still going to be productive, or is just everything going to be chaotic and nobody's really doing anything of any value
No way
anywhere?
It's going to be productive. If you're at work right now and everyone's quarantined at home and you're waiting for just to be sent home, there's no fucking way you're doing a good job. Your mind's all over the place.
And you just gotta realize that for now, this is our little new norm, and hopefully we'll get through it. But it's not gonna be normal for a little bit.
But it's so funny you were saying, what's the one term they keep on saying? Social distancing?
Yes.
That's the buzz phrase I keep hearing.
Yeah.
Also, the new norm. The new norm's the other phrase.
The new norm, flatten the curve,
Flatten the
is the other one. Yeah. All kinds of new terms to...
It's almost like everyone's reading from the same piece of paper. I'm not even kidding.
They really are, and part of it honestly makes me a little bit more skeptical about the whole thing. It just feels like a
Agreed.
choreographed dance at some point.
Well, I think there's a lot of talking heads out there that are just regurgitating what they're given. And I mean, that's just part of what
I mean, we're all kind of doing that now at this point. I mean, it's just like, we're getting the same information, most of us, and we're just trying to figure out how it affects our own lives.
And I also know, too, sometimes, if something like this is going down, make sure that you're still giving the information out. Don't be too...
Jokey.
I disagree with that, though. I think you need a little jokey joke. You can get doom and gloom literally on 99.9 of every other outlet out there.
Well, our job really is just to talk and address this like anybody else out there is addressing this. It's not our job to pass on valuable information. That's not what the KVJ show does. And if you're coming to us for life-saving valuable information, man, are you in the wrong place.
Yeah, just know some of the shit we're giving out is going to probably be wrong. So if you listen to
Count
us,
on it.
That's on you.
Count on it. Yeah, we're always having to go back and correct ourselves. Oh, by the way, Gillum was not arrested. Somebody's like, please correct.
Got to go back and correct.
Yes.
Yeah, they let him go.
Yeah, he was in there even though he was hammered and vomiting.
Which, that was nice of them.
That was nice.
Because if you're hammered and vomiting and there's a male prostitute and a bag of meth, you just want to get away.
Yes.
Want to get away? He did.
What a bunch of unfortunate circumstances. That's all.
There was a lot going on
That's
there.
a
Yeah.
lot. That's busy.
But-
that's the one time you don't want the cops to show up.
But honestly, if you're going to do it with the coronavirus chaos because it didn't get as that much attention.
I'll tell you who's real happy about the coronavirus. The Astros.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That kind of you always, if you have something going on, you love for something else to come and take you off of the headlines.
big time. You
out
have
of the
a
news cycle.
little alcoholic beverage over there. Is that what that is?
No, Celsius.
Oh.
It is a health beverage. You want one?
No.
No.
No, okay.
What's wrong with you?
It's grapefruit melon and green tea.
It sounds great.
Don't insult my friend. He doesn't want a healthy beverage.
No sugar, no preservatives.
No
fun.
smiles, no laughter.
Yeah, live fit. Come on, man.
Live shit.
Live fat is my motto. I'm going the other way.
Live fat, huh? Did you eat a lot over the weekend?
Honestly, weird enough, I'm doing better on my diet with the corona shit.
Really?
Yes.
We did not expect that.
Well, although I did do that carb on carb video yesterday. That was kind of a hearty day of food.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it would sit heavy.
And no, we didn't waste any food. We gave it to friends and families and all that. People anytime we do a eating video, people always go, "Are you wasting that food?" And then I type back, "No."
Get off my dick.
Get off my dick.
Some of the emails we got here, Danielle was asking for a little clarity on the cruise disembarkment from earlier.
Suits.
Got a cruising question. You got to have suits a part of it.
This cat knows what's up.
It is a bit of a superhero power he has.
Yeah. She said, can you please tell me where you read about yesterday's cruise disembarkments in Miami? My sister returned yesterday morning in Miami from a cruise, and she said that they didn't even have to go through customs and temps weren't taken as they were getting on. They were just allowed to leave. What the hell? I want to send her the info. I don't think she is aware that there may have been a sick one on board.
Well, it depends on the ship that she was on, but I read it from one of the local news stations. The ship that had the issue was the MSC Meraviglia. That's the ship that they had.
Oh, the Meraviglia.
It's an Italian cruise line.
Really?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
That was the ship that had the issue, and there is no guarantee that there was something on board. It was just that there was a passenger from the previous cruise that had confirmed case after disembarking, and they didn't check the passenger. So nobody was checked. There was no screening when they got off. The other ship I had read about, somebody texted in and let me know that that one was all clear, which I kind of suspected because the ship left last night. So if all those people were still on board being held, wouldn't have made much sense for it to have left.
Okay.
But yeah, the MSC Meraviglia was the ship.
Okay.
In Miami.
Okay. Meraviglia.
Meraviglia.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Makes me want some rigatoni. Huh?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bolognese.
No issues.
Nathan sent an email about snacks and sommelier wine pairings. He said you should get a master sommelier on the show to do wine pairings with the top snacks that come out.
Ooh, I love it.
Any more promotion we can get for this, March Fatness is look. I'm
March
very happy.
Fatness, yes.
I'm very happy with this.
Our snack it.
Our snack it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of people really getting into that. It'd be interesting to see what we do with the votes on that.
It just shows you how fucking bored people are.
Yeah, they really are. They're really looking for entertainment.
I could just tell by people watching Weird and Whatever yesterday. We never have 80 or 90 people live in the chat room. So you can tell people are just wanting to watch some different shit.
Well, they're sitting at home and they're like, okay, what's out there?
I get it.
Do you do push alerts?
For Weird and Whatever, yeah, you should get them. For some reason, sometimes people don't get them. I think, too, you need to make sure you hit that bell button.
To subscribe?
You got to subscribe, but that bell is really important because it does give you notifications. People always say, well, I never know when the Weird and Whatever comes on. You must hit the bell.
Okay.
They make you jump through 9,000 loops to even compete in this motherfucker, Virginia.
Get in
Doggy
there.
dog.
Don't you let them keep you out.
Couple of quarantine questions for you. You can only have one food item while you're quarantined for 1 month. What do you choose?
Pizza.
Yeah, if I'm not caring about how I look at the end of the quarantine, yeah, pizza
Cheese
would be
pizza,
it.
extra sauce.
Yeah, I could eat that nonstop.
If we're going to be so specific, it'd be my favorite place, Camille's. That would probably go with.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go with chicken wings.
Chicken wings not bad.
I love chicken wings. I think I can eat them every day.
The only problem, I don't know.
I love them.
I love them too. I had chicken wings yesterday, but I'm just wondering if I would burn. Now, if I'm still trying to be keto Kev, then I'm doing chicken wings.
The thing about the wings, though, I think eventually they might gross you out. You get a wing that's got a little cartilage on there, or you're eating some wing shit you don't like.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the little cartilage. I'm
if we're
down.
talking good pizza and good wings, yeah. If I'm trying to stay diet, I'm going wings. If I'm not caring, I probably would, not get tired of pizza.
Fat Kevin, were you a Stromboli lover?
We didn't really have that. I didn't come from a big Italian area, so other than pizza and spaghetti, we didn't have, and lasagna. Those are really the only power three. even close to Italian dishes we had. I mean,
Calzones were still kind of fancy for Logan.
No, what we had, I remember Lancaster, a town close to us, got an Olive Garden, and I lost my mind when they had the breadsticks.
I remember when that happened here.
Yeah, I was in high school by the time that even happened.
I
so.
mean, when Olive Garden was here in South Florida for the first time, you knew about it in our household. Anytime a restaurant opened, it was such a big fucking deal. It really explains so much of my personality.
You were raised this way.
I was raised to respect restaurants and get excited about food and delivery.
Yeah, Olive Garden was our Italian, Taco Bell was our Mexican. That's what we thought.
Well, I mean, Olive Garden had to have been something special because it was bottomless.
Oh, yeah, that was a big deal.
That was amazing.
That was the date place. If you wanted to get a little fancy, you take your girl to the Olive Garden.
And then shit, when Shoney's came to town, a breakfast bar? Oh my God.
Big stuff. Big stuff. Yeah, so if you are quarantined with one celebrity for 2 weeks, who would be the best and who would be the worst to stay with? Best and worst.
I feel like Kate Hudson would be fun. Do you follow her on the Soch? She's
No.
always singing and dancing and cooking and doing fun stuff around the house.
Yeah, she seems cool.
I feel like Kate Hudson would be a blast.
Okay.
Would hanging with Pee Wee Herman be cool?
No.
Or depressing? That'd be depressing, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take a chance with
I'm
that.
taking that one out.
Yeah.
Just like he took it out.
Yeah, he did. And then you know what
Yeah,
he
he
did
didn't
with
want
it.
to circle jerk
The
the whole
two
time.
of you could just sit around and jerk
Then
off.
he did some pud thumping. Yeah,
All right,
I like
I'm
that.
not doing Pee Wee.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. Yeah, worst, I don't know. Somebody that's totally aggravating and they got a grating voice.
Cash me outside, or like a Cardi B would. If Cardi B does what she does
Yeah.
on that shit we play on the viral audio, there's no way I could deal with it. There's no way.
Something like that. Yeah, that would be my least.
Or imagine you going downstairs and all of a sudden, cash me outside. How about that? How about that, Virginia? How about that? After day 10.
It would get old quick. Yeah, her and Cardi.
Oh, good call, Ron, in the chat room. Judge Judy. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
Get that Judge Judy booty. You've been wanting it.
Trying to think if you were sitting around, like, who would be somebody to have a great conversation with? Like that, what's that guy's name? Neil deGrasse Tyson?
He's good.
Yeah.
What about someone like a Joe Rogan who's able to talk for long, great lengths?
Joe Rogan might be okay, but, you know, I think he's got an underlying little level of dick, and when he gets sick of you and just be like, stop talking to me.
Totally. I'm
Yeah.
so with you. Well, we've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
Right before we interviewed him.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
kind of a cock.
So if you get cool Joe Rogan, it could be fun. If you get dicky Joe Rogan, he's just like, just stop talking to me.
So Chris H in the chat room says John Mayer, but here's the thing about John Mayer. He's going to try to out-clever you the
Yeah.
entire time and make you feel dumb.
He's
Ugh.
another one of those guys, though, that treats different people differently.
I can see him being dicky.
If he likes you, oh, it's awesome.
If he doesn't, he's gonna be a dick and write a song about you.
Meredith said Dak Shepard.
He seems fun, yeah.
Yeah, he might be kind of cool. I'd be all right with that. Bab said Eddie Murphy would make it funny. The only thing about Eddie Murphy, I'll tell you, Eddie Murphy is hysterical. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. But, you know, just kind of watching him, I saw him on Jerry Seinfeld, you know, where he does that comedians in cars getting coffee.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy he's like a hermit. And you know, he hadn't done anything in like 10 years. He just loves sitting on his couch. I think he's a very laid back dude. He wouldn't really talk much, and he's not going to try to entertain you. I think if Eddie Murphy's not on stage, I don't think he's naturally that funny.
I'll tell you who would be amazing and I'd only want it if he was comfortable with it. But I would love to spend real time with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
I
Chappelle
find
would be
very
Yeah, Dave
fascinating.
Chappelle would be great.
Because he
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be funny to make things interesting and thought-provoking. I just think you would be entertained the whole time.
If he liked you,
If he liked you.
would
Yeah.
be so entertained.
He's good friends with John Mayer. They hang out.
If you could just smoke pot with Dave Chappelle and John Mayer, that'd be fun. Just sit around and just smoke pot and talk.
Pretty fun.
They would have to kick you out of there because you'd never want to leave.
I'd bring down the conversation.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. Let me see. Another one here. You can watch only one show while quarantined for 2 weeks. What do you watch?
I go with The Office only because I get such enjoyment out of it. I know what I'm getting into. And I have been watching The Office over and over on repeat for many a years, and I am not sick of it yet. I love The Office that much.
I found something new on Netflix this weekend because my sister went to this restaurant that was featured on this show on Netflix called Chef's Table.
Okay.
And they have like 7 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do. You got to jump into something that has a bunch of seasons.
Right.
Chef's Table on Netflix. Specifically, I was watching the one that they did in Chicago with Alinea, this restaurant my sister went to, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
It's season 2, episode 1. All about Alinea, the restaurant. It's fantastic.
Keep in mind, though, you can only watch that show. That's all you can watch.
But there's a bunch of seasons, so I'm good.
But it's 2 weeks. So if you could say, all right, what am I going to burn out through in 2 weeks? I might choose The Office just because I haven't watched that yet.
And there's a ton of episodes.
Yeah, so that might be one that I would jump into if I had
That's
to
a good
choose
choice.
one. I just started Curb Your Enthusiasm over the weekend. I'm
Now
in
you
season
start.
1.
Okay, good. You're
Yeah.
starting from
Started
the beginning.
season 1. I'm about 7 episodes already in.
What do you
7 or 8.
think?
I like it. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
In the first season, second season kicks up a little bit more, and by the 4th or 5th season, it's pretty over the top.
Okay. Yeah, I
It's
like
pretty
it.
over the top.
It
This
is-
last season he did, I like it, and it makes me laugh, but it is super over the top.
It's already kind of over the top. I mean, he's just all he does is just fight with people.
That's all he does. He just gets into altercations.
Yeah. This is a good one I got to throw in real quick. Somebody said about who you wanted to be quarantined with. Somebody said, come on, Kev, Dave Grohl. Yeah, that's a good call. I think the only problem with Dave Grohl that I feel bad about, he knows so much about music. I could sit there and listen. I think he'd be frustrated with me because I couldn't hang with him. When he has a conversation with somebody about music, I'm fascinated to listen to it. But if there was somebody else that were there and they would have the conversation, I would just sit there and listen, then I think it'd be great.
Would you have him stay over for a month if it meant you had to wash his hair? Like you had to physically wash his hair. That was the stipulation. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Or would
I
it be
could do
too
that.
weird?
That wouldn't be that bad. I mean, I just, put him in like a regular chair, flip him back like a thing and shampoo it up.
I feel like you would love to wash Dave Grohl's hair.
I just love washing hair, I think. I had an ex-girlfriend. I would always wash her hair. I loved washing it. I would just
Interesting.
scrub it in the tub and play, just have fun with it.
Okay.
I have not been sleeping that well.
You have it. Okay.
The thoughts are a little
Yeah.
off.
Megan said, I watched 2 documentaries yesterday, The Pharmacist and Dream Killer, both excellent. Okay, very cool. That's good. I just started on The Watchmen on Friday. Only 1 episode in on that, but somebody told me that was really pretty good. And it's interesting. I like it so far.
I like that Black Mirror if you are into that stuff.
I might get back into that. I watched, I think, an episode or 2 of that. And I was like, I don't know. And I kind of got out of it.
The one with Miley Cyrus. I mean, I went on Twitter and hated on that, and people were giving me shit back. I'm like, y'all, that is a shitty-ass episode with Miley Cyrus. It wasn't very good. I know I'm
Really?
talking to 2 people who haven't seen it, so I probably shouldn't have brought it up, but it's all right.
I know I've heard you talk about it before.
I do love Black Mirror, though. You didn't like the pig fucker one, did you?
No.
I liked that
It
one.
was, yeah. I mean, I was okay with it, and I went through. I think it started with Pig Fucker, and then it went into the boring one where they're on the bicycles, and I'm like,
There's a few ones that are.
I'm not really getting this show.
Yeah, some of them are an hour and a half, Virginia. That's long.
Does somebody actually fuck a pig?
Yeah. It's,
Oh my
It's
gosh.
actually.
It's like you have to. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. You
It's
have
a
to do it or else
terrorist
something
kind of a
happens.
thing. They're
Yeah.
making the prime minister fuck a pig.
Jeez.
I believe
like
it
on
was the
national
prime-
TV, yeah, something like that.
It's heavy.
Yeah, they're
It's
gonna kill
it
somebody.
gives you anxiety watching it, and it's such a bizarre thing.
Some of the other ones that are out there, somebody said The Sinner is good. Check that out. Somebody said Dirty Money, 2nd season. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. I'm trying to remember. I think I was watching an episode of that. I think it was Dirty Money, because what I liked about it, they're talking about what the cartel does with all their cash. And HKBC, what was the name of that bank? It's got 4 letters, and it's like, it stands for Hong Kong, Singapore, HSBC,
HSCB?
Something like HSBC, something like that. It's a
Yes,
bank. You've probably
yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got in trouble a couple of times. They were taking cartel cash
Whoopsie.
and laundering it and things like that. And so that's kind of what the episode was about. So I watched a little on that because I thought it was kind of interesting. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be looking for some shows and things that are good to watch because we're probably going to have a little bit of time with the social distancing. What else are you going to do? Talking about pud thumping, Jason from the Pizzle wrote out actually some lyrics.
Okay, let's
If
hear
we do
it.
a pud thumping song. When you're feeling kind of blue and you can only look to you, that's pud thumping. Pud thumping. When your hands are feeling warm and you're stuck inside your dorm, that's pud thumping. Who needs a premium account when there's no one else around? When you're feeling kind of bold, puts on the lotion when it's told. We went a weird direction. Just stick to the erection, pud thumping. It's poetry, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Keep it up, brother.
You might be beating your meat. You might be flogging the dolphin. You might be choking the chicken. You might be doing it often. With DJ Klitz on the ones and twos, that's not pud thumping. Don't you get them confused.
DJ Klitz.
Now the song must end and I must go. Y'all get back to pud thumping and the KVJ show. There you
I
go.
love it.
All right.
The one thing people are getting on me, we talked about last week, and I'm seeing it in the chat room again today. Chris H says, anyone told Jaybird that Pornhub isn't a network channel? People are like, you can't watch Pornhub for free. That is bullshit. You absolutely can. I have no idea what people are talking about. Please explain it to me what you're talking about, because you can go on all of these porn sites and watch free videos, and I not everyone has to sign up on a premium channel.
It's not on TV. It's on an app, right?
Well, you just go on the internet and you type in. It's a web. You just.
It's not a
web-
channel.
it's a website.
It's a website.
I just don't. But he's not the only one. They're like, Jaybird, how are you watching porn for free? What are you talking? You have to be a member. That's not true.
How dare anyone question our official porn correspondent?
I'm honestly, I don't even know that much about porn. I don't know the names.
Doesn't everybody know Pornhub is free?
I thought they did. Okay, is he being a smartass? I can't tell. That's why you can't tell. But I have gotten emails from people saying, "What are you doing, man? You got to get the premium." Blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know if you guys know it. It is free.
How much better is the premium?
That's a question that only premium fuckers will know.
And another parody song that is out there. Keith sent this in. It's to the Safety Dance, song from the 80s. Men Without Hats.
Yes.
Wash your hands if you want to and just leave your germs behind because your friends don't wash. And if they don't wash, well, they're no friends of mine. That's just
Love
one of the
it.
many memes that are out there about the coronavirus. Here's another fun meme. You mentioned Air Force One. If I were president of the United States, that would be my plane. And Remy sent this right away. Air Force One. It's the plane with
It's
nice
beautiful.
That's
song.
amazing, Remy.
Yeah. so
Nice
hair on
job.
there. It's pretty good.
Megan in the chat room said I was mansplaining how to do porn.
Mansplaining porn, yeah. Kind of were.
I feel like I was though.
Mansplaining
But I feel like
porn.
you had to.
Well, but he said, the guy in the chat room said he's messing with me, but I did get other messages of people who are completely serious about this. Now I'm intrigued about this premium porn.
Pornhub's winning.
Do you want a unofficial snack pack announcement about the coronavirus?
Official snack pack?
Unofficial.
Unofficial.
It's coming from Klepto.
Okay.
He said he's got an inside track of what's to come later on today. Now, again, unofficial, and it's from the snack pack. Do you want it?
What are we talking about
About
here?
the corona. He's got an update.
What's his source? And what is the update about?
It says, heard there may be a mandatory 2-week quarantine announced later today if that happens.
Yeah, I think
It's coming.
I don't know
It's
though.
just when.
There was something, and I heard that was actually, as I was looking at, just some hoaxes or things that weren't exactly legit, and that was one of the ones that was on the list of that's not true.
But I think it's going to come. I think it's going to come eventually.
So are you-
It might not be this week or next week, but it's coming.
Are you trying to tell me Klepto from the snack pack does not know what the shit he's talking about?
I'll just tell you that it was a list of things, and it was all about, the information that is not necessarily true, and it was that, yes, a mandatory, like we all have to stay inside is definitely coming.
Well,
so,
last week, Mag is telling me you can't get it if you're sneezing. Boy, that's not true.
I don't know. Some places were still saying sneezing was not one of the big
I-
symptoms.
I've seen
but then other
sneezing a
places were
lot.
saying it was. There was a list that came out of Wuhan, and there was no sneezing on it. They asked them what are the top like ailments or symptoms. And
But was Wuhan wrong?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of bad information, and I'm
Yeah.
giving most of it.
Between Klepto and Mag.
Yeah.
Another one that was on the list was that viral challenge saying to hold your breath for 10 seconds to see if you have the coronavirus. Not true.
I know we did that on the air.
Yeah.
I passed with flying colors.
Yeah. Yeah, Stanford debunked the viral challenge.
Ah.
And they said, that's misinformation. It's not from us. We didn't put that out there.
Ah.
Don't buy it.
Stanford's like, we're not that dumb.
Don't buy it. That's not legit. So, yeah. So, I don't know. That's
You honestly just don't know what you can believe.
Well, you got to really just pick. You know, they said unless it's from the World Health Organization or the CDC, don't really buy it.
CDC won't let me be.
It is going to be interesting to see exactly how, some people take to this. They're one of the top things that's going on. There's a restaurant group that say that they're going to defy DC's coronavirus rules limiting gatherings in Washington, D.C. They had ordered some establishments to close and others to limit their operating capacity. And they're like, suck it.
Wow.
We're not doing it.
So what would happen? Would if they didn't close and the government saying you gotta close? Does that mean they send in military or police?
I think what you would have to do at that point, if they deem it necessary, you would have to declare martial law. And then that's where, the government basically takes over and your rights and all that kind of stuff. Screw it. For the overall benefit of society, the government is calling all the shots.
When's the last time martial laws happened in the U.S. where it's
Marsha.
It may have happened in different pockets of the U.S. Certain things possibly could have happened, and they had to go in, like possibly, in Los Angeles, when you have like riots or something like that, they go in and they're like, okay, we're just taking over, we're shutting everything down.
But we've never seen something like this before, from state to state across the nation.
Yeah, I mean, not
Not in my lifetime.
Not in our lifetime, at least.
Yeah, they say what it would take is like after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor or New Orleans during the Battle of New Orleans, major disasters such as the Great Chicago Fire.
But we're talking old shit.
In San Francisco, the earthquake in 1906, you had martial law. So, yeah, you're going back a good ways. It's not something that happens very frequently. The civil rights movement in response to the Cambridge riot of 1963, you had martial law then. Civil rights movement, it popped up a couple times where they were shutting things down. The Whiskey Rebellion in the South during the civil rights movement is one time that they used it. But, yeah, it's not something that in the last 50, 60 years we've really seen much of.
So what does that look like if martial law takes over? If you walk outside, you're not seeing tanks and stuff, are you?
You would see probably National Guardsmen that would be, kind of riding around in trucks enforcing, and that you would be arrested and probably taken to a holding facility if you were caught out in public, things like that.
And you're like, I'm just out here to get some fucking wings.
Yeah.
Just wanted some wings, officer.
And I don't know that we're going to get to that. And if businesses want to stay open and people choose to go in there to do that, because right now we're just kind of like doing #BeCool, man. The biggest part is even if you're not worried about dying from it, just don't be a carrier. And so just quarantine yourself so you don't become a carrier and give it to somebody that can't handle it. And so that's what we're asking right now. But some people are obviously, that's the problem with #BeCool. Not everybody going to be #BeCool.
A lot of people #be a dick.
Yeah, that's another one that's trending.
And you just can't help it. They've always been a dick. They're going to be a dick through any kind of pandemic. They're just dicks.
Sometimes you can almost sense it when they walk in the room. You've never met them before. You're like, I think this person's a dick. I can tell.
They got a dick aura.
They got a dick aura for sure.
Dick
Yeah.
energy. Not big dick energy.
Just
Just
dick
dick
energy.
energy.
So there are a lot of people that do believe that a mandatory week-long quarantine is coming for all the U.S. What does that mean? Will it be to the point where they will arrest you if you're out in public? If you try to defy that order, can they shut you down and arrest you?
The other thing, too, is if we went to that level, would we come into work? I still want to come into work. I love coming into work. If anything, now's the time to definitely come into work. But if it goes to that level where martial law starts getting involved, are we not allowed to come to work?
It depends on if this station is broadcasting what we're doing now, which is like, our normal stuff, or if they flip to the TV.
If it flips to the TV, that's when we're done.
Yeah. We've been told that if it gets really bad, they're going to flip to the TV, which I don't necessarily want to do.
No, I want to keep coming to work. I want to still do a show.
Me too, because I think, you can get plenty of hard news everywhere. I think a mix of hard news and ridiculousness is hard to find, and that's what we deliver.
Well, the thing about this, unlike other ones, if you have a hurricane, you want that up-to-the-minute coverage of what is the storm doing, where's it going. This is really just sit home and don't go out. It's, I don't know necessarily why you need to have the radio broadcasting.
I think
the TV.
Right.
I think the greatest challenge is going to be people after day 3 or 4. They feel good, they're bored, they're annoyed, and they're gonna start going out.
Well, and those kind of people, we could be a service to them. They could call in, everybody could tell their stories. We could, form a community of people that have like-minded ways of thinking that just want to talk about it.
Oh, we get it. You're preaching to the choir. You got to tell that to the law.
I'm voting not going to TV, at least during the morning. Maybe in the afternoon if they want to go to TV.
What does a Kevin Ralston do if we are simulcast with the news and we don't do a show? What do we do?
I don't have a choice.
He drinks heavy.
Well, I'm saying, as a show, do we end up just doing some social media stuff to talk to the people?
We might do something on YouTube. It might be something that they do that we could go and maybe either from your place or something along. In fact, I'm supposed to be meeting right after the show about that if there was an order where it's like you're not allowed to come in and use our studios anymore.
You can come on over to Sasquatch Recordings, baby.
Or it even got to the point where it's like you're not even allowed to associate outside of here. And who knows what's coming, but I wanted to kind of be prepared for that because there was actually a radio group in Atlanta that they were told that. They had an employee that I think at least they questioned could have had the coronavirus. And so they told them, like, we don't even want you associating with one another. And so they had to try to do their show kind of like on Skype from their own homes. They weren't even allowed to go to one standard place.
Come on over to the bird's nest.
What he's saying is they're not going to do that. If everybody has to do the show at their house.
Still come over to the bird's nest. Just come on over.
I don't think you get it.
No, I do get it. I got the whole story.
We can't leave our houses.
Stop witch-splaining. I heard him. I'm saying, fuck it. Never mind.
Can't leave our houses.
I know. I heard
I don't
him.
think you do.
No, you keep saying, come on over to the bird's house.
So I'm just saying, come on over.
Still come
No,
on.
motherfucker, we can't
You
leave.
can come on over to my crib.
No, we can't.
Okay.
No, we can't. It's not sinking
I don't
in.
think that he understands
It's not sinking
martial law.
I do. But are they really going to get you if you could? My point is, yes, you can't come over. Wink, wink. Come on over. Wink, wink. But shit, I'll shut up.
I think in their instance, they would have been faced with an on-air suspension had
Right.
they had gone and associated with one another. And
You
done
don't
that.
want that.
Yeah, so it would have been like, yeah, you got a show in, now you're suspended, and,
But again, could you guys come over?
Motherfuckers, I just want to spend time with you. Is that so wrong?
Well, look, enjoy the moment, motherfucker. You're in it. Stop thinking about the future and enjoy the now.
I just want Kevin, y'all. I just want you to come over. and
let's hug.
it's obvious.
Make some new moment.
It's very
We
obvious.
get it. You can't wait for the circle jerk. We know.
You want to do a little pud thumping.
Once you enter in, you never enter out.
He's hoping we get there, and then that's immediately when they
That's
do
it. Yes,
the
we're all
martial
locked in.
law.
And then I lock the door. Now you fuckers can't leave.
Yes. We're all locked in.
And all we have to eat is carb on carb.
Oh, there's so much.
He's got all the leftovers
Yeah.
from the video.
I ain't got no
It's the only
toilet
food
paper.
source, yeah.
but I got a shit ton of food.
And you just see Kevin pull his hair out. No.
Yeah, just toss it right off. Let me see. You have to share only one toilet or bathroom with a KVJ show member during your quarantine for a month. Which one would you choose?
Denny's.
Kevin.
Yeah, I would choose me.
You can't choose
You can't
yourself.
choose yourself.
Damn it.
You poop snob.
Oh, he's got butthole privilege.
He does.
He knows.
He's the best person to share the pooper with because he's quick like a rabbit.
The reason
Yeah.
why I wouldn't is because he is so good and so judgmental on organizing stuff that I needed someone like Denny's who's not gonna come down on me if I spill some fucking Listerine.
He's not going to come down on you if you poop on the seat or have some kind of drama.
If I'm pooping on the seat,
It's all right, man. Don't
I
worry
gotta go
about
to the
it.
doctor.
I sat in it, but it's not a big deal.
I need Kevin. I need to rise to the higher occasion.
Look, if you are pooping on the seat, we got to sit down and talk. We got.
Just don't sit on the seat.
Yeah, I probably would go with Virginia, maybe Denny's.
Virginia.
I'm the
Yeah, I
cleanest.
think it'd be clean,
I'm
yeah.
Her gross
crazy.
butt?
I'm
Yeah.
crazy paranoid. You should have seen me cleaning the shit
Right,
out of my
yeah.
house. My house is so clean right now.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's all I did was panic clean and panic cook all weekend.
Love a nice clean toilet.
I pee sitting down, so there ain't no pee-pee on the toilet. Take
But he
that.
tries to come in and sit on your lap.
Yeah, Kev. I come in on you, I sit on your lap, and I suck you off because that's what you want. That's what I want, clearly.
All right, well, it's going to be a fun quarantine.
Finally, the truth.
All right, I'm glad we got
Oh, if
through
we're
that.
quarantined, you're getting laid.
It's getting better by the minute.
What a note to end on.
Yes. All right, well,
Hurricane homos. They're back.
yeah. All right, well, you can do a butt chicken and seafood takeout.
Yeah?
Not a bad idea.
Drive-through.
Yeah,
I mean, I am
they got
loving
it.
the drive-through right now.
Totally. Get the corn fritters, get the french fries, and pour sauce all over that.
Yeah, and pour
That's
sauce
it.
on yourself.
They
Do
got it.
The bird sauce would be real good to pour on yourself.
Yeah.
I would lick bird sauce off someone's body.
We know.
I don't know if they want this in their commercial, though.
It's not a good time to lick people.
So go and enjoy that, and we will be back with you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.